What's going on, everybody? Every time that video plays, it just reminds me how outdated all that shit is. Like it says TST from when it was Top Shot Talk, but then there's the Team Hold logo, and now we're a different brand channel. I like it. I like it's keeps us at our roots. Anyways, Cavs are back. What's going on, dudes? How we doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I got a crazy little pickup story. I was playing ball maybe 2 weeks ago, and it was just me, a whole bunch of kids, teenagers. We was having fun. We was doing our thing, and then this guy comes in with his dad. I'm gonna say the dude that came with his dad had to be like 24, 25, mid-20s. His dad looked grown as shit. Like he looked like maybe 60, 70 years old. Like he looked like Chuck Norris going out. You get what I'm saying?
Wearing Lakers jerseys? Just LeBron and Bronny?
That would have been tough, but nah, they just had normal shit on. And one of the kids crosses up the dad, and the dad like falls on his ass. Like he like yanked him. Then he passed it to me. I put it up mad quick, right? And then his son proceeds to play Bruce Bowen 2007 defense on the kid.
We get some
Face guarding. He was like Ron Artest before he changed his name type shit. And I was just like, yo, man, your dad is like very old. You gotta like just tone this down. And he's like, nah, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. I'm like, yo, bro, they're like 16 years old. My God. Then he had the audacity to be like, after they lost, why don't we run it back? I was like, yo, brother, I gotta go home. I gotta go home. Ain't no another match.
Was this outdoor or indoor?
Outdoor in front of my apartment. I was like, yo, they're bugging.
I think if you are over like 55 playing outdoor, that's a different kind of strength.
For sure.
There's just too many levels of danger that are involved in pavement basketball.
55?
Yeah.
55, like
well,
at 35, it's already a reckless decision.
That's true. That is true. Oh yeah, I can't even remember the last time I've even dribbled the ball on pavement or just dribbled the ball. I made it sound like I was still playing in a gym once a week.
It's not the dribbling, man. It's that first time you come down and you realize most gyms have some kind of spring under the hardwood instead of like hard concrete, and your knees start.
Yep.
Or the first time that you drive and you don't hit padding, you hit a chain link fence after you like that. And that doesn't feel great either. Justin, have you been playing at all?
I have been playing indoors occasionally. To that 35 point, I, a person who works a computer job with their hands, severely sprained my thumb at the Big Wachowski. Never got it checked out. I was like, oh, it'll fix itself. It's been 2 months. That shit still hurts. I can open jars.
Yeah, but can you hit the space bar with your thumb though?
That's a good question. It's
a little janky. That's another one. And I'm like, my thumb, no. Every time I ride a bike, I gotta ride it weird because I can't hit the certain part of my thumb, and that's foolish.
Yeah. How do you play PlayStation 5, bro? You can't play PlayStation 5.
You can play it. It's just you rest it. It's not as comfortable.
Nah, you gotta go to the doctor, bro. Do the elbow and the analog stick for sure.
I have recklessly been playing before when I had barely any movement, but I've smartly stopped doing that.
I can't. I was saying this, man, probably a year or two ago, where I was like, oh, I'm not going to play in a rec league again until I turn 40. And I was like, then I'll join one of those 40 and over leagues. And when I was saying that sounded so far away. And that is 5 weeks away. 5 weeks away, I now have to join a basketball league because I've said it publicly to too many people, to family, and now they're going to be like, oh, you're 40, you're joining a league now. You're going to dominate as a 40-year-old now, are you? And I'm not. That's the other thing that's going to be sad because I thought I would, just roll in. I'll be the youngest one in the league, so I'll immediately crush, right? But then what if I don't?
Yo, every team got one dude that looked like Jason Statham. Just so you know, every team got one of those. Like,
Yeah,
I'm dead serious.
that grew up playing soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got one dude that's like, yo, are you really 40? And he's like, yo, bro, I've been keto for 10 years. And you're like, all right, cool.
I like that we're finding different ways to describe Thanasis.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I was about to say, is there, who, now that LeBron has proven that you can play well into your 40s, is that translating to men's league ball?
Yeah,
Ooh,
probably.
it might. Yeah, it might, man. Shout out Brown for that. It might, doggy.
And they don't test in men's league ball. There's
Nah.
there's at least one dude in the men's league who's getting that special sauce.
Yo, I'm gonna come clean. If you taking the special sauce to be Michael Jordan in the 40-year league, go to jail. You're psychotic. You've murdered people. You're insane. Like,
No, the more we're talking about this, though, you know who the guys on the juice in those leagues are the refs. Like, the refs are the ones that are usually yoked up in those leagues. Just a bald head, big old vein, just kind of, hey, like just a little bit of that.
For sure.
You're not wrong.
No, that is a fact.
So we got 2 days of actual basketball under our belt. There's like some news story stuff, but I don't know. I think we just kind of keep this loose. I know we were texting about it. Maybe just like a couple of things that we can like pop around. A couple of things that have been exciting so far, as now that we have games going on. I was gonna do love hate, but hate sounds too aggro. I'm trying to a more positive energy out
For
there.
sure.
Maybe love disappointed. Maybe some things that we're bummed out about early on. I don't know. Does anybody off the top or want to kick us off? Anything that you've been excited about so far? First couple games in.
I love the way that Jason Tatum is carrying himself.
Whew.
He's looking like, I was gassing my man Jalen. All right. I need y'all to pump my tires up. He was cooking.
Was his hair different? Did he have he looked professional. This was a business. I know it was a home game, but the way he was lined up, it looked like he was like, I might as well be wearing a suit right now.
For sure. His barber was like, yo, bro, I'm going to make sure you don't look as corny as people think you are. I got you with the lineup.
Yeah. He did look nice though. I mean, I like that he was in the first quarter. I think he knocked down 4 threes, all 4 of them. And then in the second half, they start throwing doubles at him a little bit. And he's like, fine, I'm finals Jason Tatum. Now I'm just going to be diming everybody up for the second half. He did. It was a fun. The Celtics looked incredible in that game.
Without KP, they look like they was ready.
I know.
I'm not even gonna hate on the Celtics. I'm mad that they have the perfect nobody believed in me, even though they didn't struggle last year. I don't know how that happened, because somehow we got whatever Jaylen Brown is on. Jaylen Brown's trying to prove he's a superstar, and now Jason Tatum didn't play in Team USA, and people were like, "Yeah, dog, he didn't deserve it." And now he's bad. It's just they're gonna come out guns blazing. And also, if you look at their schedule, the NBA wants them to win because they play the Wizards. They play the Wizards tonight. I think
Pistons.
They play the Pistons after, and then I think it's Pacers, and then a back-to-back against the Hornets. This 7-0 easy.
Just to piggyback on what Justice said, I think the NBA is dying for a dynasty. And I think they're putting all their chips because everybody's in their prime on the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? They got the veterans that you need. They got all the hardworking dudes on the bench that are young. So I think they're like, yo, let's make it super easy for them so a team could go back to back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
True dominance.
First of all, I'm not going to say the league. I think the Celtics are just that dominant. I'm not saying the league is conspiring for greatness, but I hear what you're saying.
But they would like to see it. They would.
Yeah. You know what's so cool about it too? I think in a lot of these scenarios, there are worlds where Tatum and Brown, I wouldn't say they butt heads or anything, but maybe there's, a little confusion of who's the alpha. But somehow they both got pissed off the same amount. And so they're not pissed at each other. They're like, oh, this is fucked up. And the other guy's like, you're right. This is fucked up. This is fucked up. And then they're on the same team, angry. Instead of angry at one another. I was trying to think if there was ever a time, even in sports or out of sports, where like someone clearly achieved greatness, and then immediately after they were like, I'm not getting the respect I deserve. Like, it's crazy. They just had one of the most successful seasons in the history of the game. They just wiped through everyone in the playoffs, and the entire time, like, shout out to New York Liberty, just got a chip. And all I was seeing on my timeline was photos of Sabrina next to Tatum, like two people that played like garbage in the finals and got a chip.
Yo, first of all, yo, whoever thought of that tweet, that's crazy.
It was everywhere.
That's great. I didn't see that. That's crazy. But shout out to Liberty. But to answer what you were saying, Mike, probably Cristiano Ronaldo. He had like 49 goals in one season. They won La Liga, and they were like, why don't we give the Ballon d'Or to Messi, though?
Yeah.
Bro, I got 49 goals in 38 games, and you can't give me the MVP trophy? I would have been sick.
Yeah, that's a good comp.
Yep. I will say, if you're trying to wonder, like, who's the best player on, like, the Celtics, let's be real, it's Jason Tatum. All right, we got to put some respect on his name. I think Jaylen Brown knows it's Jason Tatum too, because otherwise he wouldn't have made a song with A$AP Ferg. All right, if you're the best, you don't make a song with the second best dude from the rap crew. All right, he would have got Rocky on the track.
Yo, Justice cooking.
Think about it.
Yo, bro, they used to say if you went to a Harlem barbershop and you played a demo, you could get a verse from A$AP Ferg. That's how easy they said it was. This real shit. You can Google it. They said if you go to a certain barbershop and he just feeling the vibe, I'll spit on this.
That's
no disrespect to Ferg. I like Ferg.
No, he's great.
I still listen to his debut to this day.
Yeah, Trap Lord is crazy.
I'm trying to think of another time I've been either in a show or listening to a show where I immediately knew what the clip was going to be. That's a great clip. That was a great clip. Oh, that's so good. And Jaylen Brown, fresh off the hot ones too. I feel like we talked about that earlier. Like he did good in that. Everything's coming up Celtics right now. They looked awesome. And JB's birthday tonight too, and they're playing the Wizards. Who
are they gonna play the second half? Or are the starters gonna be done by then?
Yeah, it might be the first half because the Wizards posted their starting lineup. And they have Jonas Valanciunas coming off the bench.
Okay. So hold on. So 89 Cavs were all about consistency. Yeah. And Mike Z always said that he thinks a team should get relegated and replaced with a G League team. I'm ready for the Wizards to get replaced. Like they got Malcolm starting at the 1.
Yeah,
ain't nobody trying to see that, dog.
Malcolm can't start on the 1 because Malcolm's hurt.
Who's starting? Is it
JP? You know what? Let's do a game right now. I'm gonna say 6 names, and you tell me which one isn't a basketball player. Okay. And I'm gonna give you their starting 5. Hold on, let me pull it up so I have it in front of me. All right, here we go. And this is a good improv test for me, too, to see if I can still come up with a fake name in real time. All right. So we got Jordan Poole, Bub Carrington, Steve Thornton, Bilal Coulibaly, Kyle Kuzma, Alex Sarr. Which one of those is not starting for the Washington Wizards tonight?
It's got to be Bub, right?
Justin?
No, I know who Bub Carrington is.
That's a real person?
It's the one after that.
Steve Thornton.
Oh, my days.
Bub is a rookie.
Yo, what college?
I forget.
Overseas? It can't be overseas.
No. I think it was West Virginia, maybe. Hold on. Because I think his name's like, I think his real name's like Carlton. Carlton Carrington. He went
Pittsburgh. He went to Pitt.
Pitt. Wow.
Yeah, okay. You're not watching. Nobody's watching Pitt basketball since DeJuan Blair.
Yeah. What's the other dude's name from Brooklyn on the team? Ashton Gibbs. Yeah. After that dip, it was over. It was clipped.
DeJuan Blair, just absolutely no knees. I've never seen someone be out of knees before his rookie year.
Hey, he spent 3-4 years in the league. You gotta respect it.
Popovich was smoking reefer picking up, man. Shout out Greg one time.
But the Wizards, like, I expected this lineup for the Wizards in February when they were just kind of like, hey, it's Cooper Flag time. They said, bet, let's do this October 24th. First game, home opener, no Jonas Valanciunas. I'm here for it.
Hey, real quick poll. Will Jordan Poole be fun this year or no? Or is it gone?
He had a couple things in the preseason that got me. Oh yeah, Jordan Poole, he can do some stuff. I just think like it's pretty hard to stay excited. I think I just read off the names. Like I can't. He's looking around and he's like, God, I could just pick 4 dudes up that I know and probably do something similar. You know?
Yeah, I think like he could do the most he can, and it's still not going to be impressive because it's just going to be like a loss after another loss. So it's like he's not going to change the team. So are people really going to care? You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, I saw Cam Thomas last night scored 36 points on 27 shots. And that is the Jordan Poole experience we were promised last year.
Yeah, 100%. Cam Thomas letting that shit fly.
And Cam Thomas will let it fly.
Yes, sir.
I was looking at the roster and I was like, oh, who's the best player on the team? And brother, I can't tell you it's not Cam Thomas. I wanted to not admit that, but it's like
it's Cam.
Justin, you have anything that you were pumped about two nights in?
Yeah, I'm pumped about the Pistons.
Oh,
I'm pumped about the Pistons. The relatable.
Oh, yeah, let's get that drop.
Detroit basketball. Detroit basketball. You
Detroit. There we go.
Yeah, I'm just loving. There seems to be NBA players on this team that are playing in the starting lineup. The rotation seemed to make a little bit of sense. Jaden Ivey is running point guard when Cade is off the bench instead of Killian Hayes. There's no
no Killian Hayes.
There's no Isaiah Livers. 2 players who are starting who are no longer in
Livers.
They're not in the league. They haven't been in the league since they left the Pistons. They got cut and they disappeared from professional basketball.
And those guys got cut from the Wizards and the Nets.
Yeah,
it's not like they got cut from the Celtics and the Cavs.
Starting over Jaden Ivey and what's his name? Ausar Thompson.
Yep.
Top 5 picks. So I'm glad to not have Monty Williams over there. He can go ruin his son's high school team in San Antonio, where he's coaching now. So I'm excited for that. I think they're still gonna be bad, but look, we saw Cade go off in the 3rd. Yeah, they blew the game in the 4th, and the rotational defense was pretty bad, giving up all those open 3 attempts. But it looks a little fun. Ron Holland looked cool. But my negative is, bro, they got 6 players on the court and then gave up, lost the lead, and then never got it back. It was like 4 minutes left in the game. They had 6 players on the court. They gave up a technical free throw. Washington got the ball, score, went up. That's it.
That was incredible. Because as the announcer was calling out what happened, I was like, that's not what happened. Like I was like, he's freestyling right now and just being like, oh yeah, they're offsides. Like, that's what I thought he was doing. And then they slow it down and they're like circling everybody like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was wild. I want to shout out Tesla in the chat because he said it was at the Pistons game yesterday, and he's always the one telling us to check the prices at Little Caesars. So when like in mid-season to see what the prices are for Pistons games. So good to see you here. And then he also said, I'm kind of a Cade doubter, but he's for real. Cade did look awesome in the
third. He had a nasty crossover, and he has his little like in the lane hook shot that he got off a couple times. That it's like if he can get that consistently, that's nice. It's like his game is Luka compared, and this is like a faster guard version of that.
Yeah. You do have the beautiful problem of Tim Hardaway Jr. And my favorite thing about Tim Hardaway Jr. was he played 30 minutes and he had 14 points, took some shots, like knocked a couple down. But I love that he refuses to get more than 1 rebound and more than 1 assist. He had like 14, 1, and 1.
He's clocked out. He's like, I'm just going to throw this shit up. He's clocked out.
Yeah. And it was funny to see Philly Tobias in Detroit. Like there was some murmurs like, hey, maybe Tobias got out of the spotlight of Philly back home. And he's like, no, he's still He's still Tobias.
He's consistent. He definitely missed he definitely missed 2 open threes in clutch minutes. But you know what? It's something. I'm thinking, look, they're going to double their win total maybe this year, and that's beautiful. Up to a solid 28.
Yeah. I mean, they look good. Like, I'm a big Jalen Dern believer, and like I think the Pistons' goal this year is to come out of there being like, okay, we know exactly what we have with Cade, Duran, hopefully Jaden Ivey, and Asar Thompson if he ever, which it actually sounds like he's going to be back on the court in the next couple of games. But if you come out of that season winning 25 games, another lottery pick, and having, or you bet on the over, right? So however many games you need him to win, but
It's 25.
26 wins, lottery pick, and then you have 4 young guys. That's great. Like, that was a fun game. That was my favorite. That and what I'm about to talk about, or my 2 favorite League Pass games, like Detroit, Indiana. Halliburton hitting his only 3 of the night, and then doing a dance after like that was his 10th 3 of the night was my favorite thing. And
Black Efron.
This is Black Efron. This is Halliburton's week so far, okay? Shirtless pic with a bunch of white women at 4 a.m. Interviews Barack Obama, and then hits 1-3 against the Detroit Pistons.
That sounds like greatness. That sounds like greatness.
That's all in a week. Honestly, It is. Shout out to Indiana. That almost like a Parks and Rec storyline.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe it. He knocks down that triple, and the announcer immediately goes 1 for 14 or whatever it was. Like,
it was some crazy shit.
And then you just cut to him just like dancing at half court. Just incredible stuff from Hallie. So my favorite or the thing that I'm most excited about, dude, LaMelo Ball.
Woo!
LaMelo Ball was playing. Like, if I was on the other team, I'd be so pissed off. I would be so pissed off. He was like skipping. He doesn't jump when he shoots his threes. He's got no lift. And he was just having the time of his life, and then put up a crazy stat line. Charlotte was down 18, come back and win this game behind Grant Williams' defense, who Grant Williams, can you yell ball don't lie if somebody goes 1 for 2 from the line? Like, what's the rules on that?
Okay,
that does not count.
Look, that's you say that, and I'm wearing my my ball don't lie shirt.
Wow.
As the official arbiter of this, I think you can only yell it on the first one.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So
if you yell it on the first one, the second one, it matters, but it doesn't matter. But you can't watch one go in and then watch the second one miss and be like, ball don't lie. Get the hell out of here.
Okay, all right. That's fair. That is fair. Maybe it's just because it's Grant. I give him no leeway, but I forget. Somebody got fouled. I think it was Jabari Smith Jr. Somebody goes to the line, misses the first one. And I mean, and it's just like a big moment of the fourth quarter, and you just hear him. Just in the same Grant Williams voice who said, I'm going to make them both, and then brick both against the Cavs. He's just like, ball don't lie. He said it like 3 times. And then Jabari Smith Jr., again, I think that's who it was, calmly knocks down the next free throw. And I feel like there should be some sort of rebuttal if you knock down the next one. But I shouldn't be throwing shade at Grant Williams while I'm talking about a positive thing. But LaMelo being back was just fun.
Yo, the dude off the bench was crazy.
Trey Mann.
He was snatching ankles.
Yeah.
He caught my man Jalen with the jinky majinky and then whack. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
Shout out Trey Mann. Trey Mann.
He had, I almost want to call it a face band. His headband was so thick.
Yep, that's a fact. That's a fact.
It's a throwback. I want him in like baggy shorts too. Like, I want it to feel like 2004 when Trey Mann gets out there.
Nah, I feel you. I just hope LaMelo keeps this up. I hope he stays healthy because LeVar Ball, all his children are extremely fragile. They're always broken. So I'm hoping that he keeps it up because he's exciting. He's fun. But it's also like he got his pieces. You know, you got Miller now. So it's like the swagger is out immaculate. So the confidence is there because he was cooking him.
Yeah, he was. He looked good, man. He looked it was just fun. I just forgot how fun he was.
Yeah, so
we need. I think we need a LaMelo. Like he's obviously super popular with the kids. We need a dude who's just balling.
Yeah,
and we did. You know, they're not winning, and we don't need them to win. Just ball and be fun, have fun.
Yeah.
And it was fun too to see Charles Lee, who is the old Celtics assistant coach, and Kemba Walker on the coaching staff. They got their first win last night, so that was cool to see.
You know what disappointed me, guys? The Phoenix Suns, brothers, fellas, what the fuck is going on? Having a close match with the Leonard rejects is crazy. It's crazy. It's not exact. Yo, my man KD had to do a fadeaway, one-legged, two people in his face for overtime. We shouldn't be going to overtime.
Dude.
Devin Booker looked a mess. He looked like he just came back from like a flight from my island. Like, I guess I got to be a basketball player now. It was insane. Like, what is going on in Arizona right now?
I drank the Booker Kool-Aid too. I was out here being like, low key, I think the Suns could finish number 1 in the West this year. Like I was saying shit like that. And then Yusuf Nurkic immediately is like, hua, hua, and like 3 fouls in the first like 4 minutes. And I'm like, oh, we're getting 30 minutes of Plum Dog Millionaire tonight. And then I fell asleep because I tried to stay up for the whole game. Harden is going nuts. They're up like 6 or whatever. I fall asleep and I wake up. I watch the rest of the game in the morning. They won this game because Kevin Durant had to turn into a perimeter defender.
Yo, that's insane.
And shout out, KD was awesome. Like I want to give KD props, but like if we're like, oh man, in game 1 against, as Steve said, the Clipper rejects, we're like, oh, thank God KD got through that screen to stay in front of Harden. You got nobody else. Nobody else?
No, they don't. That's the whole thing. No.
That shit is crazy, bro. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, that did bum me out a little bit. Although I guess like maybe Clippers are scrappier than I do think the wall is cool in the new dome.
For
like
sure. It's awesome.
I love that. I was a fan of that.
I will say this is we're only two nights into the season, and this was an early candidate for the West Coast snoozer, even though it went to overtime. I remember I was watching this game for like an hour and a half, and I was like, I can't tell you a single thing that has happened.
It was terrible.
Also, Kevin Porter Jr. wearing number 77 is throwing me off too.
Get out of here.
You have to be so good to wear crazy numbers.
Also, I'm more offended that it's a crazy number that a superstar already wears.
Exactly.
Like that's Luka's number, and like nobody else wears 77. So like. All you see is Luka's number, and then Kevin Porter Jr.
You at least, nah, we don't have to do it.
Go in. You can't lobby it.
I feel like you shouldn't be able to choose your number if you committed domestic abuse. I feel like
that.
Yeah, maybe we get the vote on it.
Yeah,
we get the vote on the number, and it's a 4-digit number or something. It's whatever you're.
He got to get a disgusting number like 58.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's gonna be something shitty. It's gonna be
64, some nasty number. You feel me?
And I don't want to be a homer. It goes for Porzingis too. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh man. Or there we go. Or so bad it's 00. I do like that. Eric Montrose, Aaron Baines.
Yeah, 00 is crazy.
Scoot Henderson.
Man, I actually I want to touch one more thing on the Clippers, and then I'll do my thing that I'm disappointed in because it's your boy Scoot. The Kawhi thing is crazy. I don't know how many people saw this, but it broke right before. I think Chris Haynes reported on it, but apparently Kawhi's ex-trainer, who used to work with the Clippers as well, is suing the Clippers. And I don't have the correct terminology in front of me right now, so that's a bummer. I should try to pull this up quickly, but basically for practices that were putting Kawhi in like a really tough spot. It says, lawsuit. This is again from Chris Haynes. Lawsuit filed today against the Clippers by Kawhi's personal trainer that includes allegations of tampering years prior to signing the star. So this is going to include just a ton of stuff that I'm sure will get dragged out over like the next 3 years. Like this isn't anything that's going to get settled, but this is on top of Kawhi, who supposedly was going to miss preseason, ready to go for the regular season. Then he's probably going to miss night 1. Now Sham's reporting weeks away. And just a reminder, the Clippers don't have their first round pick for the next 5 years. I mean, just bonkers shit. Anyways, I don't know. Any other I know that we didn't talk about this beforehand, but any other Clipper thoughts, Kawhi thoughts? Is Kawhi done? Are we done seeing Kawhi?
We might be, but to be honest, I'm gonna keep it real about Kawhi. I'm gonna keep it real. I see a lot of people that have a lot of hatred towards him. They think he should retire. I think people need to think of him as a real human being. So imagine, bro, you got 2 rings. One of them was against a juggernaut. You feel me? Then you go back home and get a max contract that's like $1 gazillion. If he don't give a fuck no more, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because if I was him, I would not give 10 fucks for real. Oh, I'm back hometown. I'm getting my bread. If we win, we win. If not, who cares? If he don't want to get on the court no more, you gave me 2019 and you locked up LeBron. You always gonna be my guy, bro.
Yeah, I can't come back at that. I respect that. You're right. 2 chips, a bunch of money, lives in LA. Live your life.
Yeah, live your life, bro.
And they basically said his knee was going to be swollen forever.
They said that for real?
Well, they were just this is going to be a thing. He could probably play for a couple weeks, and then his knee's going to swell up. He's going to be dealing with it forever. Yeah.
Copy.
So, yeah, I'm with that. Justin, I feel bad. Was I about to snipe your disappointment? I was going to talk about Scoot Henderson, but I
no. Look, I can tell you with 100% certainty, I have not and will not watch a Portland Trailblazers game.
That's fair, because that game, I did watch a little bit of that one today, and the Warriors played 45 guys, so I'm disappointed in Steve Kerr. You should not play 45 guys, and then he bragged about it after, oh, yeah, we're going to deep rotate. If you're playing that many guys, you don't have any guys. But Scoot did not start for the Portland Trailblazers. They started Toumani Camara over Scoot Henderson. They started Simons, Camara, Ayton, Denny Avdia, and Jeremy Grant, which, again, it's just ChatGPT names.
That lineup is crazy.
I know. And Scoot looked okay at the end. When he came in at the end, he looked okay. Or off the bench, he looked okay. But it's just you think about what we saw from Brandon Miller, and it's man, this was the second pick or the third pick, and you're not starting on a tanking team.
Wow. That gotta hurt your confidence. Also, to play Danny and Jeremy Grant at the start of the lineup is nasty work. No disrespect. That's crazy.
It's just a list of guys they're trying to trade.
No, for sure. I honestly there's 2 people that have jobs in the NBA, and I'm it's crazy that you're still working. It's the GM of the Wizards and the GM of the Blazers, because it just doesn't make sense, bro. What are they doing? That lineup is wild.
It is crazy. But yeah, that was one of my disappointment ones is Scoot. I want Scoot to be good. I feel like Scoot's going to be, and I feel like he could be fun. And that, again, we shared that press conference clip of where they were like, what did you get into this offseason? He's like, I like the food. And he just seemed way too high for a press conference answer.
Hey, man, I feel him. But what was the other guard they got? They got too many of the same players. What's the other guard?
Anthony Simons?
No, the other one.
They got Shaedon Sharpe.
That's 3 of the same thing. That's 3 of the same kind of player. Why do they have all these guards?
Yeah, Sharpe I think is going to miss 6 weeks. He had some shoulder injury, 4 to 6 weeks or something. But I think what they're going to do is try to trade at least one of Simons or Grant or both of them. I think they'd like to trade both of them. And then probably Time Lord, or if anybody's willing to take on Dominating's contract, I think they'd like to move.
Yo, we gotta pray for Portland, man. We gotta pray for Portland.
I still can't believe he missed a game because his driveway got iced in. And that is a scary thing. And I get not wanting to drive on it, but you're telling me there was no other way to get you to the game? You can walk up the driveway and take an Uber?
Nah, I know what he did, bro. Because we're normal human beings. I got a reason to not go to work. Yeah. I'm from the Bahamas. I just never seen this before. I don't know what to do with ice. Oh my God. He just did some bullshit so he didn't have to go to work, bro. We all been there. We all been there. I see you, Aiden. I see you, Aiden.
Steve is really a man of the people tonight. He's Team Kawhi and Team DeAndre Ayton.
For sure, man. For sure.
Team, I don't want to go to work today. Justin, what about you? You have something you were bummed out about through 2 games?
Yeah, man. NBA League Pass app.
Oh, We go full screen for this.
How
Go
does
full
it?
screen.
How does it start bad? How is it bad out of the gate? I'm trying to watch these games. You telling me Shingun is going off? I'm trying to watch the Pistons versus Pacers. I'm trying to see what's going on in the league action and what's happening on the NBA app. It's telling me that I don't have a subscription to the League Pass, even though you go to the website, you can see the receipt. You can see that I'm a member. You can see that I've paid. But nah, every time I try to click on any video, it takes me to a subscription. There's no live chat. I sent an email yesterday, still haven't heard back. I can't watch any of the games that aren't on TV today. I paid $160 for the whole season. Nothing. And it's garbage.
You're not even monthly. You paid a full year?
I went annual. That's why I was like, I know. Because I forgot I had it, and then it refreshed.
That's insane to me. Like, I'm trying to think of all the technological advancements we've had over the last 20 years. The NBA app took their heads and put it into the sand. Like, they refused to do any sort of updates. Like, there was that tweet that went out maybe like 3 weeks ago that they were like, oh, we're doing a quad box now. It's like, oh, congrats. You created the thing that's been around for like a decade. Oh, yeah.
Every other league. NBA prides itself on being like, like cutting edge, up to standards, all that. But they have one of the worst apps, and it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. And I know it can be better. I've worked in tech. I've worked around this stuff, payments and subscriptions. It's just update the database, motherfucker. Like, it's not hard.
And then I'll have it on my Apple TV, and if I open the NBA app on my phone, it'll automatically start playing something. Like, I didn't press play. I'm just trying to check some box scores, and then immediately my Apple TV will be like, hey, you open up too many spots. Like, immediately yelling at me. I'm like, come on. You see I'm in the same room? Relax.
Yeah.
I respect both of y'all so much because I'm a dry snitch on myself. I just do this shit illegally.
Yeah,
you feel me? I got a little pop-up ad. I just click. Yeah, Top Shot. No, come on, Tess. You know what I'm talking about. I do that shit illegally. I put 3 games I want to put on, and I switch once they start showing me a commercial from like Sacramento or Denver, whatever stupid ass town it is, and I'm like, all right, next game. But yo, shout out to y'all. Look, the NBA streams.
The main advantage is so I can have it on my PS5. I can do some stuff on my laptop. It's like easy without having to cast.
I feel you. HDMI cable, bro. See,
it's too much.
I respect you.
Look, you say that because I was on the streams. I was like, all right, let me get my sites back. Let me get this ad blocker up.
Yeah. Yeah, it is brutal. It's just crazy to me they haven't updated anything.
It's disrespectful.
It is.
You guys are legit paying for it. Like, that's so fucked up. like, and they have the money to hire someone to do it quick fast. They just don't want to do it.
I'll do it.
Sure. And it's not like the price has gone down at any point over the last 10 years. They're like, hey, BT Dubs up 10% this year. I'm like, what? For what?
For what?
All right, let's hit. I feel like we got enough time to do this again. Let's hit another thing that we're digging so far, and then and maybe we can do like a rapid fire round if there's one other thing that we haven't made fun of yet that we're bummed out about. Is anybody else jacked up about anything over the last couple of days?
I can tell you something. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges.
Oh,
that was crazy. I never seen some like, yo, I don't know if he got yelled at in the half, but he was like, I can't go out the same way I came in. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shot back?
I don't know. So I seen that a lot on Twitter, and I felt like that was always his shot. It just looked like he like was a little heavier, but he didn't really change his shot in the second half. It was just going in. Yeah. That makes sense.
He looked like he was studying Kyle Anderson tape, and he was like, "What?" If
he said a Kyle Anderson shot.
He's like, "What if I do it, but not so slow?"
They were saying he was like, "What was it like, Mikal Kid Gilchrist?" And I was like,
"Yeah, that's crazy.
No, let's not disrespect like
Don't
that,
put that
bro."
out there.
Yo, because
that was crazy.
Kid Gilchrist is nuts, bro. Let's not.
That shit was broke.
No, for sure.
You know what was so wild? Shout out Trayvon Edwards. He did a short about Mikal Bridges being like, "Stop it, just go back to what you were doing." But my favorite thing I didn't even tell him this, but my favorite thing about the short, because he was doing voiceover for it, is that Mikal was shooting in the background, but Cam Payne was shooting like closer to camera. And if there's anyone that's got a more broken jumper than Mikal Bridges, it's Cam Payne. I mean, Cam Payne will face a different direction and just kind of Just
For
kind of
real.
go lefty. It is some of the ugliest stuff. The Mikal stuff is a little concerning. I got like 2 or 3 Nets fans who tune into the NBA bit, and after the first game, we're already victory lapping the Nets trade with the Knicks getting all 5 picks or whatever that was. I mean, do you think it's like just in his head, he'll be fine in a couple of weeks, or do you think this is like maybe a bigger problem down the road?
I think it's just he was in his head. Like you're watching these guys get the rings. You're playing like arguably the like top 2 team in the NBA. I think it's just jitters. I don't think he's gonna be this bad. And to be honest, he wasn't even that bad if we're keeping it real.
Right.
But like I don't think it's gonna be like a decline from here. If it is, I will be upset. But I doubt it.
No, I think the Knicks are going to they're going to figure it out in a couple months. Like they need months to figure it out. They made 2 major acquisitions, like Bridges and Cat are 2 major changes for that team. So I think they're going to have to level set, and then going against the Celtics as your first game is a great way to see everything that's wrong.
Yeah. I think the bigger concern is they were like, oh, we got the Celtics stoppers and OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. And then Jaylen Brown and Tatum combined for 60 points and then didn't play the fourth quarter.
Yo, can we, is this a safe space?
Yeah.
Do you think Mikel's that fire at defense? Like OG is like sick at defense. Do you think Mikel's that crazy though? Or am I just a hater?
No, I think he's good. Probably not. Like, I don't think he's ever in Defensive Player of the Year
for sure.
But I think he's like, I think he's good. Oh, I mean, I think he was good. I don't know what that was.
I mean, his arms are long as hell. He can guard in the post and the perimeter, like the 1 through 5 defender. So I get it.
For sure.
I'm curious to see. And with Tibbs is like a defensive mind, so he should be able to know how to use his length and him and Anunoby's length. So, but that I feel like defense is going to take some time.
For sure.
I'll throw one out here for a positive thing. I know it's like cool to make fun of JJ Redick.
Yo,
he made Anthony Davis. I mean, Anthony Davis already looked pretty good, but that was a different offensive Anthony Davis in game 1 where they were putting him in like these delayed actions we haven't seen AD do. He was getting the ball in attacking positions. I mean, again, game 1, all it takes is D'Lo shooting 12% from 3 for another 2 weeks and then being in a trade rumor because LeBron says something crazy on Instagram. But through game 1, I'm in. I like it. I like AD. I like JJ. Maybe the Lakers are good.
I'm not gonna lie. I was actually gonna bring that up, so I'm happy you brought it up. I thought JJ did a wonderful job.
Yeah,
I thought they look like everybody in the team was like, "Yo, bro, finally we got someone in charge that knows what they're doing."
Yeah.
And it showed. But AD was playing like he really don't fuck with Rudy. Like all the players that are like, "We hate Rudy Gobert," they never busted his ass the way AD was busting his ass.
Yeah.
Shout out AD, man. It looks like I feel like JJ is like, I know LeBron's gonna be out soon, so we gotta make it AD's team. And I think that's more fun for me.
Oh, and for as someone who is LeBron's age, and for LeBron, I promise you, as a close to 40-year-old, LeBron isn't like, man, I wish the ball was in my hands more. No. Also, that is the first time I've seen LeBron look tired. Like he looked that second half of that game. There was a couple of possessions where I just like mentally could picture what was going on. Where he's like, "You got this. You got. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there."
Sure. But I think since he's on like dad patrol, he's gonna try his best to not look winded for the rest of the season. But you could definitely tell, like even in the Olympics, you could tell like, Braun looking good, but he looking human though.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like he don't look like a robot no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like before he would tell us that he was getting into those like freezer tanks, those cryogenic tanks or whatever. Now we know. Like he doesn't have to tell us. We know you're doing that now.
For sure. I'm excited to see what else JJ's gonna do with this team because like that gives you another little sleeper team because we all wrote the Lakers off, but like if they could continue with all these plays and coverages that JJ's doing, they might sneak up to 5th place. We don't know. We don't know.
For real. I mean, it does, like, again, especially because we saw the Grizzlies barely squeak by the Jazz.
Oh, but that move, though?
Oh, the Ja. I mean, I doubt, like, we talk about LaMelo. We put Ja in that conversation, too, man. Like, just good to have him back. He's just fun.
That was cold. That was, even though it's a little scary, that was cold. But
Oh,
we
we
need
can phone Justin right now. Let's
phone
go.
Justin. Well, this is one thing. We need a free Lori. Free Lori.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my mantra for the whole season of 89 Cavs. Please free Lori. He need to get the fuck out of there.
It is crazy if you put a mixtape together of Lowry, like you'd be like, oh no, he probably was as good as Dirk. Like he had like a 5-minute run in that game where he was just like, what if? Because I think the Grizzlies were going up like 10, and he was like, what if we make this a 2-point game?
Yeah.
And then just like took over for like 3 or 4 minutes. He was incredible.
He's insane, bro. It's a shame when you read like the Warriors could have got him for this, and then like they were like, actually, we don't want to do that. But I hope he gets out of there. Whatever.
Well, you know what though? It's crazy. He like loves playing for Utah.
He's the man there. I don't see why not. He's the man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a nice existence. Why mess it up? He's still getting paid. We're still talking about him positively. Like,
yeah, I like it. Anything else? So we, Justin, while you popped off, I think we just started talking about AD and JJ Redick and the Lakers maybe being good.
yeah.
And then we touched a little bit on the Jazz. Any other like things from the last 2 days that maybe we should touch upon that like either got us like excited for the next couple of weeks, or maybe like they might be in trouble?
I mean, just real quick, Ja. Like that. I don't know if y'all talked about that, but Ja when he hit that behind the back and then like hit contact and then scoop it behind the dude. I'm like, oh yeah, he's still ridiculous.
Man, he just stood there like, I did that. I did that right there.
I want to see more of that. I want to see him play. Same with LaMelo. I want to see fun young basketball dudes doing ridiculous stuff. So and I wouldn't even have to linger on. I just want to see that. Yeah,
it's fun. I'll throw one more because it's kind of about Ja. One more like negative thing out there, and then maybe we can wrap if we don't have anything else. I would love for a rookie to do a good thing.
Yeah,
go ahead.
This is gonna be a crazy like race to rookie of the year because like everybody's like kind of ass. Because didn't Zach Edey like get fouled out like in 12 minutes? It was something crazy. Don't quote me.
Yeah, no, I wasn't 12, but it was a lot. It was. I mean, it wasn't a lot. Like it was fast.
I was like cooking, and I look back like, my man done already. Like, damn.
He was watching Jaren Jackson Jr. tape, and he was like, "Oh, you could just foul out right away." Yeah, Risa Shea came off the bench for Atlanta, and I was kind of high on Risa Shea, and he was pretty bad. Alex Sarr's playing tonight. Maybe we get something out of Sarr.
And Sarr was bad wasn't he bad in preseason?
He was.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was terrible at summer league. He had that 0 for 14 night at summer league.
He was trash.
But yeah, let's see what he's got right now. I'll check in live update on Alex Sarr. It's a 15-12 Wizards lead right now. Sarr with 2 points, 3 boards, and a block. There you go.
Let's go. There we go.
I can fuck with that.
Lock it in. Celtics are washed.
I think we're going to see. I mean, rookie-wise, I think we're going to see like any not a stacked draft. We're going to see a random second-round dude just averaging like 13. You're like, oh, okay. I guess that's the rookie of the year, maybe.
Honestly, it might be Dalton Connect if he starts playing like 20 minutes a game for the Lakers off the bench. Like he looked nice when he came and knocked down a shot. Block.
He looked nice. Yeah. I don't know where they found him. Was it Tennessee?
Tennessee, yeah.
Yo, shit. Shout out the team because he looking for real. He looking for real.
Yeah, they trying to make up for missing on my man's from UCLA.
Jaime Jaquez?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was wilding. You know who's gonna get rookie of the year though? Who I'm banking for? My man. He need John Moran to get injured again though. My man from Japan, he about to be doing all the crazy shit.
Short king.
Yeah, that's for us. That's what he's my height. That's for us. I need this. All right, play him. Fuck this two-way.
He's probably got a better chance of playing in the Celebrity All-Star game than the All-Star game.
No, I'm just glad that him and Edie get to do fun, cute, tall guy, short guy shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I think we shared this in text, but that Memphis '90s throwback party they did a couple weeks ago, I think we shared that stuff, right? It was like they were all in the throwback jerseys, the OG like Memphis Grizzlies jerseys.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh, maybe Zach Edey is good. I took that from a fucking photo from Slam Magazine. I was like, Edey Rookie of the Year. I am a fish.
Oh man.
Oh man. Anything else before we get on out of here?
I hope Wemby go crazy.
I know.
I hope Wemby gets all the commercials. I hope this season. Remember when what's his name? Apollo last year made an all-star game and everyone was like, yo, he's crazy, he's fire. I'm hoping he's having the same season as that, but a little elevated. You feel me?
I love that. Yeah. I'm with it. I want just highlights, just Wemby highlights.
For sure.
I want like him in the MVP race. That's what I want. I want him to make a ridiculous jump where it's let's change the league.
Yeah, like the Spurs go from winning 22 games to like 40.
Yes. That would be tight. That
would be cool.
When is his I just want to know when is his State Farm commercial coming?
Oh, cause CP over there, yeah.
I feel like my man Wemby is business minded. He was like, "Yeah, you can come over here, CP, but I need a couple of these commercials."
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, he's like, "I want equity." Oh man! All right, that'll do it. That is second episode of the season, first of like the '89 Cavs season, first episode of the actual NBA season. I think we're back. Are we back on weekly now? We grinding week to week.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it.
Hell yeah. You guys have anything going on? We get Plug Central? Anything we need to get out there into the world?
Yeah, I think more people should eat Brussels sprouts. I got a little Brussels sprouts recipe. You feel me? A little hot sauce, a little honey, sweet chili flakes. Roast them up, toss them up. Throw a little pomegranate
maple in there.
Oh, yellow maple, that might be crazy. So eat your Brussels sprouts. That's how LeBron James played for 22 seasons. He eats Brussels sprouts.
Hell yeah. Justin, you got anything going on?
Nah. Just if you're over 30, just do like 5 minutes of mobility in the morning, you'll be right. And register to vote. My God,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
All right, I feel like I'm not supposed to plug an actual show tomorrow. Now I feel like I
don't got. I guess I don't really have that many shows.
You don't got a show this Tuesday. Why you lying?
Oh, I got a show Tuesday and then some shows October 30th. You can follow me at JCatch on Instagram if you want to come out.
There you go. You got shit going on. No, stop fronting.
We got on this channel, we get the NBA bit back tomorrow, and then tomorrow afternoon or evening, Worldwide Wob, Mr. Rob Perez is coming back on our Live Before Lock show. So he'll be joining us tomorrow evening before the slate locks for game week 2 over on the So Rare stuff. But that's what we got going on this week. And then it's Friday. Doesn't feel like a Thursday night right now, but we did it. We made it. Steve, get us on out of here.
You just listen to 89 Cavs, the best basketball podcast in the world. That's Justin. That's Mike. May all your endeavors go well, and may all your jump shots be wet like water. Stay up like a hard dick. You heard me.